52 and 1-866-6775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries. As we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We're a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest, Shane Barker, PMI Sunny OC. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Ron.
Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. National Missing Children's Day. That's a somber one. That's Tap Dance Day.
It is what it is.
Brown Bag It Day. It's going to be a pretty big brown bag for me if that was what you're thinking about. National Towel Day. I don't know about that one either, but I see that today is a very, very serious celebration, and today is one of my favorite celebration days, and I blew it, I must admit. Today's National Wine Day, and I didn't even bring a bottle of wine into the studio. I can't believe that I missed that one today, but today is National Wine Day, and no H in that one, so just for those of you smarties, no H in wine, it's just W-I-N-E. Just remember that. Hey, let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. Dow Jones Industrial Average, pretty flat. It's down 5 points as I am broadcasting right now. The S&P 500 down 2. NASDAQ, it's down under a point. Oil up 8 cents a barrel for what it's been doing lately. 8 cents a barrel is more than enough. We don't need to see any more oil increases because we are in a state of confusion. And we do know that the national average gallon of gasoline, $3.04 per gallon. Cheapest gallon gasoline in the land. It's not Mississippi at $271.9. It's Louisiana at $271.8. They're the winner. Go to Hawaii, they're paying $3.89. And right here in the state of confusion, we pay $4.16 a gallon.
Ow!
Yeah, $1.13 more than the national average, and elections have consequences. Last year, this time, right here in the state of confusion, $2.86.1. $2.86.1 was the cost of gasoline here. I say that I share this information. I report it for you every morning, and it aggravates me. I don't know why. It just aggravates me that people continue. I get these messages on social media that they're extremely excited about what the president has brought to our country. Okay, so high gas prices, that's exciting. Turmoil in the Middle East, that's exciting. We've got Russia getting a pipeline while the U.S. shuts down their pipeline. And now we see the latest. I saw this one just the other day. This was fascinating me. I think I've got some of the stats here. Are you ready for this one? Because this is just another issue. Now, the lame media, they're not going to share this. I watched, as hard as it was, I had a martini, so it was the only way I could get through it. I watched a little bit of MSNBC yesterday. I watched a little bit of the Cannabis News Network yesterday. I watched a little bit of the nightly news on ABC and a little bit of NBC. And I didn't see anything about what I'm going to tell you right now. The president's son. Now, this is a report that came out from Judicial Watch, right? So Judicial Watch files a Freedom of Information Act, and they want to find out how frequently was Vice President Biden's son taking flights on through Air Force Two, going through Andrews Air Force Base. Are you ready for this? 23 flights in and out of Andrews. How much do you think that cost the taxpayer? Millions of dollars, right? Do you think that the networks are talking about that at all? Now, then you go and you're looking and say, what's on the president's schedule? Now, I don't know. We got a pretty tight schedule here at Ron Siegel Radio. But if I was the president of the United States making $400,000 a year, you know what I do? I have a meeting with George Floyd's family, and that's it. That's the extent of the schedule for May 25th. But I don't want to put two and two together when I talk about Hunter Biden and all these trips that he took. But now the president is going to meet with Mr. Putin. That's going to come up next month. Now, they're going to Geneva. I don't know if they have any issues about how much money the president's allowed to bring with him to Geneva. I shouldn't say that, just my opinion. Right? But the president's going to meet with Vladimir Putin in Geneva after the U.S. pipeline, Keystone Pipeline, is shut down and the Russian pipeline is approved. Does that sound odd to anybody, or is that just me that comes up with these conspiracy theories? Seems a little bit odd, but, hey, who am I? I'm just a guy that does a little bit of radio in the morning, throws out some information. And I know that there's organizations that don't like the things I tell you, but hey, check the facts, right? I don't know what the meeting about is in Russia because they haven't let that out yet. But the president's public schedule, yeah, I could just share that with you. That's not an issue. The fact of Hunter Biden, and now we get this Freedom of Information Act, I could share that with you. It's public information. And the fact that the networks won't cover it, that is shameful, right? That is just really, really shameful.
Nothing like a little air superiority.
We need a strong press in the United States. They're the watchdog. And when you don't have that, you get Hunter Biden, who gets millions of dollars from our enemies. It just amazes me how this continues to happen. Moving on in the news. Rand Paul, death threat package with white powder, violent, profane message. Where does this come from in our country? How do we get to this point where people think it's okay to threaten anybody? That's bad. But threatening a United States senator? It's just crazy. And you watch what happened right here locally on the 55 freeway, road rage, and a 6-year-old little boy gets killed. I think we got to take a step backwards and start saying, where do we get to a little bit of respect for one another? We can have differing opinions, but how bad can your world be when you cut off somebody in your car? I get it. Don't cut people off in the car. That's not good. But the response is mom flips you off, so you shoot the car and end up killing a 6-year-old little boy. Just doesn't square with me. I don't have any sympathy for that. I hope they catch the guy, and well, I can't say what I hope they do to him, but that's a whole different story. This is a public broadcast. Unbelievable, though. I think that he should be tried if he's guilty. There should be whatever the worst thing they can do as far as legally. That, in my opinion, is what you should do when you're hurting little kids like that. But on to more exciting stuff. How about this one? We've got some new things going on because of the growth of Ron Siegel Radio. We have got a new offering. So I have got a hold of a handful of gift certificates for 4 days, 3 nights in Las Vegas. 4 days, 3 nights. Now, here's the deal. You got to pay your own taxes. It's just one of those things. You got to pay your own taxes and fees. But The rest of the 4 days, 3 nights, hotel stay, going to be a gift from Ron Siegel Radio. So just think about that one. It's coming up. We're going to get you all the details of that. So you better stay tuned. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, where do experts say the housing market is heading? Continuing with our veterans theme as we head into Memorial Day, how to avoid overspending online, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Inflation is here. Prices are up all. Are you sitting on your home equity? Are you ready to put your money to work? The solution could be the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program that may increase your net worth up to $75,000 per year. For details on the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program, text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Again, text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Licensed under DRE number 0205-9058.
Bluewater Credit Repair is the industry leader in fixing bad credit. Did you know a 40-point increase in your credit score can save you $40,000 on a home loan and $4,000 on a car loan? You deserve good credit and peace of mind. Take the first step today and go to bluewatercredit.com and register for a free consultation from one of their credit repair experts. That's bluewatercredit.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Trimming of your retirement does not include losing your house. However, due to today's lower stock market, higher medical bills, and taxes, many retirees face this very problem. This is why it is necessary that you, as a baby boomer considering retirement within the next 10 years, understand reverse mortgages and what one could do for you or your parents. The reverse mortgage could make it possible for you or your parents to travel, buy a second home, or start a new business. For more information about reverse mortgages, just call our off-air number at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990, or visit realestateradio.com and click the free workshop button.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free for the local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Dow Jones now up 45 points. NASDAQ up 5.44. S&P 500 up 4.55. 10-year Treasury, the yield is down about 3 basis points. Mortgage-backed securities, that one's up, which means interest rates have improved just a little bit. Why is all this happening? The Case-Shiller Home Price Index came out. It tracks the changes in the value of residential real estate across the U.S. U.S. was reported for the month of March. National Index, which covers all 9 U.S. Census divisions, reported a 13.2% annual gain in March, up from 12% gain in February. Now, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, okay, I understand that that's an important number, but compared to what it was up over, right? I mean, think about this. What happened last year about this time? What was housing doing? Absolutely nothing. So up 13% over last year. It might be a little an issue there. FHFA, the Federal Housing Finance Agency, their house price index measures home price appreciation on single-family homes with conforming loan amounts, increased by 1.4% in March, which was above the expectation of 1%, and increased by 1.5% year over year from the previous revised report of 12.4% to 13.9%. I like the FHFA report best because that's actually looking at a specific property as opposed to going and dealing with medians. So that's a biggie right there. New home sales measured signed contracts on new homes decreased by 5.9% in April at 863,000 unit annualized pace. March's figure was revised lower to 917,000 from the previously reported 1.021 million units. Inventory of new homes on the market increased by 2.93% to 316,000, while median home price increased by 12.58% to 372,400. That is the national median. Remember that because I give you the local median. I think last time I looked, Orange County was 829,000. Consumer confidence, measure the consumer attitudes based on the economy for the month of May, was reported at 117,000, which was below expectations of 119.5. Last month's report was revised lower from 127.7 to 117. So little changes there in the consumer confidence numbers. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Let me give you a trivia question because that's how we're going to give away the gift certificate for Las Vegas. 4 days, 3 nights. You pay the taxes and fees. Everything, the room is covered with your certificate. RSRtrivia.com. RSRtrivia.com. Text the word veteran because as we lead up to Memorial Day, and don't say Happy Memorial Day. It's nothing happy about Memorial Day. I would say the word that I prefer, have a peaceful Memorial Day. That's probably a better term. But today we've got another one of our veterans in the house, Shane Barker, Property Management, PMI Sunny OC. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Ron.
Glad to have you with us, and thank you, Army.
Yes, I was in the Army for 8 years. I served most of my time in the 2nd Infantry Division in South Korea, and I ended up deploying with the 278th Cavalry, which is out of Tennessee.
Wow. So for a civilian individual, when you say deploying, what does that mean?
It means uprooting yourself and going to a foreign country that's hostile.
Hostile. Okay, so yes. You were out there in the hostile areas and the front lines and doing the stuff that we all have to say or should be saying thank you for.
Yeah, so I was in the Mosul area in Iraq, which, as you know, after the troops pulled out of Iraq, was a major point of conflict. ISIS took over that area, and when we were there, it was constant mortar attacks and things like that. So my unit was in charge of base operations security as well as convoy security.
Wow. Yeah. That's things that many of us have no clue about and should be saying, and I do all the time. So say thank you for your service. We appreciate it. people like me couldn't get up in the morning and do a lot of things, but could you imagine going into Russia or China and doing a talk radio program where you're talking that the president has one meeting a day sometimes, and some of his policies are not really doing too well for the country. You want him to do well. Anybody that doesn't wish any president, I just chuckled when I heard people that were bad-mouthing President Trump. It's kind of like saying that I don't want the pilot of an airplane to be successful, right? I mean, you're up in the air, you're 30,000 feet. If the guy doesn't do his job right, you got a problem. So it's the veterans and the military men and women out there that are fighting every day for our freedoms, that we can actually get up in the morning, say the things we want to say, have our First Amendment. I've got some hats here that are Second Amendment hats. Maybe I should put one on for the next segment, right? Probably get myself in trouble with that one, but I don't care, right? I do that all the time. But thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk about PMI Sunny OC. I haven't been outside. It was dark when I came over here. So is it sunny outside, or is it sunny all the time?
Oh, it's sunny all the time in California, right?
So tell us a little bit about PMI Sunny OC. What do you do?
So Property Management Inc. is a nationwide property management company that operates in the residential, commercial, HOA, and short-term rental space. My small business is PMI Sunny OC, and I focus on short-term vacation rentals. That is the Airbnbs and Verbo type properties that are short-term, and I also deal with properties that are 30-day plus.
So do you compete with Airbnb and VRBO, or do you manage properties and you'll advertise them on those services?
We advertise them on those services. We list properties on several online travel agencies.
Okay, so if I'm looking to take my family to Newport Beach for Father's Day weekend, I could call you, and you guys are managing that for somebody.
Yes, we do direct bookings on our website.
Okay.
Yes.
Direct bookings on your website. You have to clue me in. What does that mean?
So you can click on the link and view all the properties that we have listed, and then book from there.
And what's the link?
So my website is pmisunnyOC.com.
Okay. pmisunnyOC.com. So we can go on there. We can look and see what there might be around, and your clientele. You're dealing with mostly the property owner. Is that who you're going to be dealing with mostly?
So I'm dealing mostly with struggling vacation home rental owners who are struggling in some way of property management. As you know, managing a short-term rental vacation home has its challenges. It has its moving pieces. We have the housekeeping, the maintenance, and all that's involved. So we help struggling vacation home owners to find good bookings and have a good revenue stream.
Now, wait a second. Did you say you find good bookies?
Bookings.
Oh, bookings. Okay, bookings.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay, something. My hearing is going. I might have to turn up my headphones a little bit. I thought you were saying bookies. Okay, so the concept here is, if I own a property, and here's the issue. If I own a property, I'm probably a busy guy or gal.
Right.
And I might be working full time, or in my case, I only work part time, like 12 hours a day. So that's a different story. So it's my part time. The concept then is you can take that extra workload off of me.
Yeah, so we offer full service property management for short-term vacation rentals.
So what do you mean by full service? So are you going to meet the tenant at the property? Is that what you guys do, or somebody else do that, or how does this work?
So we also fit the property with technology to have keyless entry. So so every new guest will have a new code to get into the property, so there's no physical contact with the guests, and also they have a welcome tablet that houses all of the house rules and check-in and check-out procedures and things like that.
That'd be troublesome for somebody like me, because for my whole life I've used to travel a lot, and I'd get to a new hotel, And the first thing I do is grab that magazine off the booklet off of the table. My wife's just laughing at me because I'm looking, okay, what are the amenities? What's in the local area? You ever seen that book? I think about that. Now you've got it to a tablet. So I've got to go on a tablet and look at that and say, 1.3 miles, I can go get sushi. So that's the type of thing you're going to let me know about?
Right. Yeah. So we'll have all the amenities and things in the local area that you can do, restaurants and tourist attractions and things like that.
So you're going to have the trip to Disneyland, being that you're dealing with sunny OC. Right. So you'll have our trip to Disneyland. You'll tell us how to get to Knott's Berry Farm, maybe a water park or two. 5 points. Restaurants?
Yes, restaurants in the area.
Now that sounds like good stuff.
Yeah.
So as the owner of the company, president of the company, you have to go and arrange with all of these different restaurants or whatnot for them to be on the tablet, or does it just go to the, well, I'll date myself. I was going to say the yellow pages, but then the younger people start laughing at me because what's the yellow pages? Right. So you have to go to those places and pre-qualify them, or do you just go based on a Yelp review, or how do you know?
So we partner with a company called You're Welcome tablet, and they pre-fill the tablet with suggestions, but we can customize it to our area.
Interesting. So You're Welcome gets to go do all that sampling stuff,
right? But
Shane, you got to get into this, man, because You're Welcome, they're the ones getting all the freebies, and you're getting to do all the work. So.
Well, we are able to customize it and go out and find restaurants and things like that we do enjoy and list it on the tablet.
So it's National Wine Day, so you can put a bottle of wine on that list. We're going to talk more about that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, more with Shane Barker. We're going to learn about our PMI Sunny OC. And we'll figure out more about our veteran. We appreciate our veterans. We'll talk about where do experts say the housing market is heading, how to avoid overspending online, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 0186945.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams, or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Bluewater Credit Repair is the industry leader in fixing bad credit. Did you know a 40-point increase in your credit score can save you $40,000 on a home loan and $4,000 on a car loan? You deserve good credit and peace of mind. Take the first step today and go to bluewatercredit.com and register for a free consultation from one of their credit repair experts. That's bluewatercredit.com.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Inflation is here. Prices are up all around. How much is your income up? Are you sitting on your home equity? Are you ready to put your money to work? The solution could be the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program that may increase your net worth up to $75,000 per year. For details on the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program, text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Again, text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Licensed under DRE 0205 9058.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So I told you in the opening segment, I had these hats sitting here right off to the side of the studio. I got a hold of one of them during the break, and I put it on there. Got a nice little flag, if you can see that. I got to look at it backwards on the camera, right? So it's got a flag area over there, and you got the Second Amendment. People don't understand, too, with the rifles like that Second Amendment. I know it's pretty bad when you have a hat that people have to ask you, what does it mean? But anyway, it's a pretty cool hat, so I'm just going to put it here, and maybe we'll give some of those away too. We'll see what happens. I like giving things away. Do you like getting free stuff? That free trip or to Las Vegas, a certificate, 4 days, 3 nights. Yes, you've got to pay your own taxes and fees. But 4 days, 3 nights in Vegas, it's a pretty cool deal. We're going to give that away. All you have to do is text RSR Trivia. And the trivia word, the answer is veteran. That's the trivia answer. You got to put that in there or else it doesn't work. So RSR Trivia. Put in the word veteran, and we're talking with our in-studio veteran today. Shane Barker is with us, PMI Sunny OC. But before we get to chatting with Shane, the real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. SLT Home Digest 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Where do experts say the housing market is heading? As we enter the middle of 2021, many are wondering if we'll see big changes in the housing market during the second half of this year. Here's a look at what some experts have to say about key factors that will drive the industry and the economy forward in the months to come. Realtor.com, quote, homes continue to sell quickly in what's normally the fastest moving time of the year. This is in contrast with 2020 when homes sold slower in the spring, fastest in September and October. While we expect fall to be competitive, this year's seasonal pattern is likely to be more normal, with homes selling fastest from roughly now until midsummer, unquote. National Association of Realtors, NAR, quote, sellers who have been hesitant to list homes as part of their personal health safety precautions may be more encouraged to list and show their homes with a population mostly vaccinated by the mid-year, unquote. Danielle Hale, chief economist at Realtor.com, quote, surveys showed that seller confidence continued to rise in April. Extra Confidence Plus, our recent survey finding that more homeowners than normal are planning to list their homes for sale in the next 12 months, suggested that while we may not see an end to sellers' market, we might see the intensity of the competition diminish as buyers have more options to choose from, unquote. Freddie Mac, quote, we forecast that mortgage rates will continue to rise through the end of next year. We estimate the 30-year fixed mortgage rate will average 3.4% in the current quarter of 2021, rising to 3.8% in the fourth quarter 2022. Bottom line, the experts are optimistic about the second half of the year. Let's connect today to talk more about the conditions in our local market. And remember, we've talked about this. Team 53, they get you the absolute highest price for your property, and you get the check in 53 days. Team 53, that's the one I talked to you about. Am I a realtor? No. Do I sell the property? No. Have I set up the process? Yes. And I've got the professionals for you to do the whole thing. They need to understand it. That's the Real-Time Real Estate segment brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Continue our conversation. Shane Barker, PMI Sunny OC, is our guest today. His company takes the headaches out of property management and short-term rentals.
That's correct.
So and you do that in Orange County.
Orange County is my territory, yes.
Okay, so I can't call you for Palm Desert. I go to Palm Desert all the time.
Yeah, some other franchisee would have to do.
Someone else has to help me out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the metrics that I need to look at? How am I going to get better? What am I going to achieve if I'm the owner of the property? I know you're going to give me a lot more freedom. You're going to give me a lot more time, right? Because you're going to take all this off of my plate. What else? What other? Am I going to get more money? We'll probably have more rentals because you know what you're doing and I don't. Is that safe?
Yeah. So being us taking over your property, we will make sure that it has bookings consistently.
Okay.
And so you'll have a constant stream of income. So your monthly bookings will increase, and you'll get a financial report every month, basically showing how much you're receiving. So we're in constant communication with our owners, and they receive a check each month.
So from a financial standpoint, so you guys are gonna keep my property rented or booked. You're going to take care of collecting the funds for me. I don't have to deal with that. Is that correct?
Right.
If there's a plumbing problem, do I deal with that or do you deal with that?
I would deal with that.
You deal with that, so I don't even have to know about it. So when I get the bill.
So basically, we set communication up to the owner. If you want to set it up to where you want to be only notified for instances over, say, $200, we'll notify you every time there's some kind of maintenance issue over that.
So you set the parameters for us.
Exactly.
Or we set them together so that I can say, Shane, I don't want to know about anything under $1,000. You deal with it.
Right. We can do that.
And that'll come out on my bill. So I make that. You're going to make that payment on my behalf to the contractor.
Right.
So and it's going to show up on my statement, so I know that it actually happened.
Right.
Right, and then whatever the benefit at the end of the month or quarter, do you make the mortgage payment or do I?
So that's case by case basis.
Okay, so we get to
can
talk
also
about
arrange that. Yes.
Okay, nice. And you're going to send me my check. I get my money. I get to do whatever I want with it. Reinvest it. Buy another piece of property for you to manage for me.
Right.
Right. So it's basically turnkey. I get to go and make the investment. Do you share in the appreciation of the property?
Say that one more time.
You share in the appreciation of the property?
Share the appreciation.
Yeah, so the property value goes up. So
yes.
That's all mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this sounds pretty good. I like the idea. So I get to do next to nothing, which I'm very, very good at, right? And you get to do all the work.
Right.
You're going to take your share off the top.
Mm-hmm.
I get the remainder to go and take another trip to Vegas maybe if I can get one of those certificates, right? I give them all away. So maybe if I got a certificate, then I could go to Vegas too.
Yeah.
Right. That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your company.
So,
how long has PMI been doing this?
Property Management Inc. has been around since 2007.
Okay.
Currently the CEO is Stephen Hart.
Okay.
Headquarters in Utah.
Nice.
And,
do you get to go out there?
Yeah. Every once in a while. Yeah.
You get to go visit him?
We have over 300 locations across the United States, and we operate in the residential, commercial, HOA and short-term rental space, but my personal company focuses just on the short-term rentals for
So you
now.
don't have to be a jack of all trades. You get to just be the jack of what you do.
Exactly.
Okay. That's kind of
so,
nice.
So we have over 20,000 residential properties across the United States.
Wow.
700 commercial properties, 53,000 units of HOAs, and what did I miss? 1,200 short-term rentals across the United States.
1,200 properties?
Yes, short-term rentals.
Now, I know that you're focused on Orange County. Can I find all of the rentals on your website, or do I have to go to a different website to see where those 1,200 are?
You can go to propertymanagementinc.com.
Okay.
And you can see where local property managers are and things like that.
Okay, so I get to go on there, and that's when I can find out some of the other locations.
Right.
Okay, and you're going to take care of the Orange County ones only. So you get to go to Disneyland and tell everybody about how good Disneyland is, and then you get to put the tickets. Now, let me ask you this, because I do know a couple of property managers in other areas. So they do some real high-end concierge services. Do you have that available as well?
Yes, we do. We have a concierge service through the tablet and as well as through myself. You know, if the guest has any questions about the area, I'm always available for them.
Nice. So you get to make it a full turnkey program for the guest as well, so they can call you, and I don't have to talk to, as a property owner. Some people want to do their own property management.
Right.
But my guess is, for the most part, they're going to find that, if you have one property, maybe you could do it. You start getting 2, 3, 4 properties. Now you need somebody that's dedicated to this full time.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're figuring out how to get a little, I'm not going to, well, maybe, I don't know if this is going to come out right. Get a load off. Right? I mean, just get so you're going to take a load off somebody's hands, and they don't have to worry about all this good stuff. We're going to continue our conversation. Shane Barker's chatting with us. He is our veteran here today. Hey, don't forget rsrtrivia.com, rsrtrivia.com, or you can text rsrtrivia to 79564. Get in the running. We're going to do I think we'll do it the first of the month. We're going to do a raffle, and we'll do it through random.org again, like we've done before. We're going to raffle off 4 days, 3 nights in Las Vegas. Hopefully it'll be sunny Las Vegas. 4 days, 3 nights. You got to pay your taxes and fees, but we're going to raffle off the room, so you're going to have a nice trip there. And we're going to come back and chat a little bit about how to avoid overspending online. I wonder if my wife's listening to this one. You can reach me anytime off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter on Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Inflation is here. Prices are up all around. How much is your income up? Are you sitting on your home equity? Are you ready to put your money to work? The solution could be the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program that may increase your net worth up to $75,000 per year. For details on the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program, text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Again, text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Licensed under DRE number 0205-9058.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams, or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation mortgage adoption plan. You be the judge if it's right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to map@ronsiegelradio.com or call today Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporation and MLS 217037 and BCAL number 0186945.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by MySoCalLender.com, MySoCalLender.com. How to avoid overspending online. As we've been staying at home more due to COVID-19, many of us have ended up spending more time scrolling on our phones or aimlessly browsing the internet. And with that comes the online shopping temptations, like going on a mini shopping spree on your phone at 2 in the morning, or perhaps getting enticed by an Instagram ad and clicking the buy button. When the pandemic first started and we were under stay-at-home guidance, many people turned to online shopping, and it was really easy to put items in your online cart and wait for packages to arrive. Yeah, that could have got you in some serious trouble, right? According to the nonprofit Money and Mental Health, 1 in 8 adults spends more than they can reasonably afford to spend when shopping online. That, coupled with the cashless effect, which is the fact that we're more likely to spend more with a credit card over cash, makes us prone to overspending. Some ways you can avoid going overboard when shopping online. Don't charge your phone. No, don't. That's not the answer. Don't online shop when in a bad mood. Research indicates that being in a bad mood can reduce cognitive ability or increase impulsiveness and make it hard to control spending. If you're exhausted, bored, depressed, anxious, or struggling with mental health, get off your phone or computer and avoid browsing your favorite online stores or scrolling through retailer Instagram accounts. Instead, considering engaging in the world around you, go for a walk, read a book, play with your pet. These things could boost your mood and prevent you from spending unnecessarily. Create barriers to make it hard to shop. The idea of removing friction in the retail world has to do with making it super easy to make a purchase. That's why we might tend to purchase something when all our payment information is already loaded up on our phone and it only takes a few steps to make a purchase. To hold off on impulse buy, create friction. That way you won't be as inclined to go hog wild, load up your shopping cart, only to later realize you didn't really need or want half the items. Here are some methods to create friction. Boy, I am really good at creating friction, but I don't think it's the type they're talking about here. Give yourself time to at least cool off and think of a purchase. Do I need this? Can this wait? Are there less expensive alternatives? Do I already own something similar? How often do I use it? What would I be giving up by making this purchase? Clear your browser history. Yeah, clearing your browser history and logging out of your accounts online marketplaces makes it a little more difficult to get in there. Use online favorite list, another tactic. Use the favorites feature that most online shopping sites have. You can browse online, then add your favorites, then leave it there for a few days. Delete the digital wallet from your phone. That's a good one. Create a shopping list, right? Just make sure the things you need to buy, not just your wants. Allocate money to your splurge fund. Avoid payment plans. Don't do that one. Set limits. Some good information right there. If you want more information, give me a call at 800-306-1990, or I could send you the entire report. That's the Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by MySoCalLender.com. MySoCalLender.com. Continue our conversation this morning. We are speaking with Shane Barker, PMI Sunny OC, or I guess what you call it, the parent company is Property Management Inc.
Right.
Okay, so Shane is our veteran of the day. Served in the Army?
Yes, the Army for 8 years.
8 years in the Army.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's very, very appreciative. And as we get closer to Memorial Day, we are very cognizant of all of those men and women who have served and are serving. And we always say thank you to them. I mean, it's just a matter of decency, because we couldn't live in this great country if it wasn't for the men and women who serve in our armed forces and put their life on the line for the country. So again, we thank you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
PMI Sunny OC is the name that we're talking about. Hospitality and a 5-star guest experience.
Yes, we like to. We're all about hospitality and providing that 5-star guest experience, and generating organic 5-star reviews on the websites and Yelp and things like that to really generate hype about your property and make it a coveted property.
So what's the deal here now? The one thing that is a challenge in many areas, a lot of tough times right now for people to get labor. So between stays, who does the cleaning of the property?
So we contract with local vendors.
Oh, okay.
You're
not having to go out there and do it yourself, huh, Shane?
Right. Well, I mean, I would if something came up. I would roll up my sleeves and clean the property myself.
Welcome to being a business owner.
That's being a business owner. You can't ask people to do things you won't do yourself.
Something that's a great philosophy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the American way, owning your own business, going out there and realizing that we're not too good for any job or any task.
Exactly. That's been my philosophy throughout my time in the military and time in the civilian world.
Yeah. So how long have you been out of the military?
So my contract was officially over in 2013. So
you don't look like you're that old, Shane. It was over in 2013.
I'm almost 38. So just aging myself, I guess.
Jeez.
So
I have kids almost your age, but I wouldn't. It would take me a long time to guess that.
Yeah.
So out there and doing that, do you have a background in real estate, or what made you go to this endeavor?
So growing up, when I was a kid, I helped my grandparents manage properties. My grandfather was very hands-on with the property, so I did everything from changing electrical outlets to laying concrete, things like that. Painting the vacant apartments, things like that. So I was very hands-on, and after the military, I went into human resources, which is very different. And after some time in the corporate world, I had the inkling to start my own business. I went to business school and got my master's degree in business. So
you're one of those smart guys.
I don't claim to be, but I guess I'm book
MBA.
smart. Yeah, I have the MBA from Pepperdine University.
So tell me the truth here, Shane. It's just you and I. No one's listening. So does anybody really get any work done at Pepperdine? That campus is so beautiful.
Oh, it is beautiful. I remember the first time that I went on the campus, there was deer crossing the street, and I was like, coming from Los Angeles area, you're just like, what universe am I entering right now?
Sure, and then you look out, I don't know, probably out west or south, and you see the Pacific Ocean right out there.
Yeah.
Not that we're doing a commercial for Pepperdine here or anything, but I mean, I don't know how people can study there with it. It's just gorgeous there.
It's a great school too.
Now, did you And it's a great school.
Great faculty.
So were you on campus or were you at a remote site?
So I was on a remote site for most of my time. I took my classes over. If you've ever driven on the 405, you can see the Pepperdine building there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Irvine.
Let's see, Pepperdine in Malibu or Pepperdine on the 405? Let's see. I think I understand which one I would be going to. So Pepperdine on the 405.
It's got a great view of the 405.
So we can call you for a traffic report.
Right.
Great information. If you want more information about short-term property management, PMI Sunny OC is the name of the company. Shane Barker, veteran. In fact, I'm looking at his card right here, and unless my eyesight is pretty bad, we need to put on there veteran-owned. I mean, I'm just saying, it's a lot of us look for that. As always, we ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh, who's engineering us today. Shane will be in the studio later this afternoon. And we certainly appreciate you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, well, just give me a call at 800-306-1990. Again, 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Tides that I tried to swim against.